Good morning. It's right around, I don't know, 7:30-ish. I'm got camp broke down, boat's all loaded up, ready to go. Here's where I slept. River's calm like glass today, looking good. I don't have far to go, 2 miles. Then we'll do the march to Scheels and see what's up. The motel I'm going to stay in is in the parking lot of Scheels. High quality, $68 a night. So, but it says it's got coin laundry, so I'll be able to clean laundry, get refit again. So last night sleeping in this on this island, it was pretty cool because I could hear deer snorting at me all night and beaver slapping. I slept through it really well. I was accustomed to those noises. You know what those noises are. So it was really cool, but all night you'd hear psh, psh, and then some stamping at you, and they'd go trot away. Then I'd hear a little swim noise, and be like, oh, here it comes. At one point when I got out of my tent in the middle of the night. I did try to bring my camera out, but by the time I had it turned on, they'd slap and be gone, or they'd snoot and be gone. I could just see their heads just right through in the moonlight, just through a little clearing, and then they'd be gone. All right, I'm in Great Falls, ready to start making my march to Scheels. It's 9:30-ish, 9:20, and I think I'm gonna get there in decent time. Looks like I got a fun, long, slow uphill with the boat. But we'll get there. It might take a while. Chilling this George Washington at Scheels for the next half hour till it opens. I'm here. I'll sit under their shade here in a hot minute. Just wanted to give an update. Wasn't a terrible walk, but wasn't a pleasant walk either. So I got a room at the Grizzly Inn, Great Falls, Montana. So the boat update. We think I got some sheared teeth on both of them. And he's got an email into Hobie. He called me and I missed it right after I left Scheels. They were real helpful to get me in. They wanted me to bring my boat in the building. Hopefully he hears back. I'm gonna get me a shower and some good food, get everything charged up over the next day, and we'll be good to go. I'll get rested up. Boy, I'm looking forward to a shower and rest, laundry, getting a little refit in. I'm still at the hotel. It's Tuesday. I got here on Sunday. I am getting restless, yes. But this is part of an adventure sometimes. Yesterday, Scheels and Hobie were talking back and forth, and finally the guy said, got it. Understanding we just want to buy the part and get it overnighted here. And my guy I've been talking to at Scheels, Brian, he said he didn't have any confirmation number or anything, so he was going to ask about a confirmation number, tracking number, shipment number. Getting antsy, not angry or anything, just here. Hopefully it shows up tomorrow. Hopefully he hasn't called me or anything to let me know. All right, we're back in action. I'm at Carter's Ferry right now. It was a whirlwind of a day. I think it's about 2:30-ish. I went from my boat being broke down with no answer to when I was talking to the guy at Scheels, a phone rang. He said they had the part. He went fixing it. I started trying to find a ride. I got a ride around the dams by a nice couple. We threw my boat on top of their van. I wish I would have got a picture. I was more just doing what I was told and getting things loaded up and moving out. And they dropped me off here at Carter's Ferry. There's the ferry. I'm ready to move. I'm glad to be out of that city. But there's a haze in the air, and that's from all the wildfires coming in. I'm looking forward to what's coming up. 15 miles shy of Fort Benton, and I believe that's where I'm shooting for the evening. Stays dark or light pretty late, so I'm just gonna shoot for that. I'm just happy to be out of a hotel in the city. I stayed there Sunday night, Tuesday night. Today's Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, 3 nights in a hotel. so camp's made. I'm in Fort Benton. I don't know, about 8:30 now. River was moving nice, but it was still a great day. I was very glad to get back on the river. Looking forward to where this adventure is going to take me. Well, I've made it about 22 miles so far today. But it was raining, a little more solid than this. And I finally got to a point where I was very cold, and then I stopped, got off the river to look around a little bit. So I decided it was time to get out of the rain for a while. So maybe a little rest, lay around in here, write in my journal a bit. Hopefully the sun comes out right behind this, and then I can get going again. Because it is only another 20 miles to where I want to go for the night. So got everything packed up, moved from up there back down to my boat, got it all loaded up, ready to go. It's sunny and great out, so it's time to get moving. I don't know if I'll get my 22 more miles. I will say this rain, morale kind of dropped a little. I decided I was putting my fins on. I was hesitant about breaking them again. I am 2 miles away from Coal Banks Landing, approximately. So I should get there in 30 minutes or so. I think I'm going to sit down, do some writing in my journal when I get in, and do some mathing. So I got to do about 42 miles a day if I want to finish on August 1st. Coal Banks Landing, pretty neat little place. Camp right here, the river. It ended up being a good day. You know, I was a little frustrated after the rain. I guess that's what being alone does to you, and I mess with my own head. Everybody's been telling me that we're getting into snake territory, so that's kind of cool to me. Coal Banks Landing, I think about 42, 43 miles for the day. All right, so I got my tent packed up. I'm ready to move away a little bit. I'm on the water. There's a boat ramp there. Getting situated in the boat and ready to have a day. There is rain coming unless I get a little lucky here and move past it. I should cross the northernmost part of the river today, depending. So I know there's a spot about 14 miles down that I can get to, another spot past that, and if I get rained out, I get rained out, and I'll just pull off wherever. Do have my rain jacket up front ready to go nice and easy. I just watched that eagle go out of this tree, nab a fish, and take it back to its nest, and I could see the chicks' heads coming up to eat. When I was just going by a campsite, I ran into Norman Miller. He's kind of the man of the Missouri River, I guess. They had a couple other through paddlers with their little group they're guiding through, and it was just pleasant to talk to people. It was nice to put a face to the name. The other people there, it was fun just swapping some stories about rivers and our canoe adventures. They did invite me to go on a hike with them. I did decline. They said it was going to be like a 3.5-hour hike, and so I decided just to keep moving, make those miles. I'll end this with giving you some of the views. I just don't know which direction this storm's heading, so I was gonna let it come by. I seem to be on the verge of it, just on the edge. I know I got about 15 miles to where I wanted to stop tonight. Judith Landing. So I'm just gonna wait it out a minute and see what happens. Maybe give it 30 minutes and make a decision whether I need to set my tent up or I need to disappear or keep going downriver. The storm kind of passed through. You know, it's crazy to me how fast that it's just gone behind these mountains and it's just hidden away. It was a nice little rain. I got on the water during it still. I figured it wasn't downpouring. I could see it looked like it was getting lighter, clouds from the way it was coming. I decided to just move on while it was raining, and it was a good time. The first time I was gonna take off, a big old lightning crack did take down, so I decided to stay on the bank a little bit longer. That only lasted for about 10 more minutes. Day recap. It's Friday, June 13th. Got camp made. Made it to Judith Landing. We're at mile 1984. That's a good year. It was a good day on the water. I met the Norm Miller, his guided group. It was fun to talk to him. Glad I got to meet the dude, put a face to the name. We chat for a little bit. He really didn't think I'd meet him or catch him out there on the water. So that's showing the kind of miles I put in. I told him that I was coming to this point. Judith Landing was the target for the day, and this is where they're gonna end on Sunday. Same with the guides I met last night. Look at that river. There she is. Looks like I might get a rain shower, so I'm kind of prepping for that a little bit. You know, that's not much, just I shut up my whole boat, everything around on that, all my hatches, and roll all my dry bags up. Sometimes I'll leave them open, leave the hatches open to let them dry out overnight. When I was looking around, I found this 110 right next to the restroom, and it works. So otherwise, everything's going good. Don't know too much. Got cleaned up, brushed my teeth, took a little bird bath in the river, and now I'm ready for bed.